Welcome back to the Remedy Pharm Health Minute. This is Amina, your pharmacist in charge here at the Remedy Pharm. Today I have my clinical nutritionist Susan with me.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. No, you're good. We wanted to continue our discussion on Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In my last video, I did go over a little bit about breast cancer awareness and some of the things that might be in our control. So about 5 to 10% is genetic. And that means that there's a good 90% that we may be able to control and help minimize our risk for cancer. So I wanted to bring Susan on so she can go into detail about some of the things I touched upon in my last video and let us know all of the good things that we can do for our bodies and for our healthier, us.
Yeah, of course. And yes, there are a lot. American Cancer Association came out with a study saying that really only about 5 to 10% of the cancer cases are genetic. The other 95% are due to diet and lifestyle. So we have a lot of healing opportunities and places we can intervene to do that. Even the cancers that are genetic, there's something called epigenetics now. So it's not the genes we're given, but how those genes live. So again, diet and lifestyle, what we're exposing those genes to.
So before it was like you have the genes and you just thought that was it.
Right. And people just stood and waited and, in fear that they were going to get that diagnosis. So, nothing's 100% guaranteed, but there is a lot we can do. So just to understand a little bit about cancer and how it grows, we all have cancer cells in our bodies. The older we get, we're exposed to more things, and we all have cancer cells. But when we're healthy, especially a really healthy immune system, our immune system should be able to kill those cancer cells off.
Recognize and kill the foreign invaders.
Right, before they grow into a tumor.
Absolutely.
So cancer cells thrive in an acidic, low oxygen, anaerobic environment, and they feed off of sugar. So some things we can do is eat more fruits and vegetables. Another study came out of the American Dietetic Association that the average American diet is really 40% of calories come from meat, and a lot of that is commercially raised. So those animals are fed grains and corn and things that they're not designed to eat. So they get sick, they're given antibiotics, and we get all of that when we're eating them. I personally eat meat. Some people are vegetarian. I am not. I think meat has a place in a healthy diet if people choose that. So it's not like you have to be vegan or vegetarian. But we need to reduce the amount that we eat. Use meat more as a condiment. 2 to 3 ounces per meal is really a good amount, not a big porterhouse steak. But and the meat that we choose should be grass-fed, pasture-raised for poultry, or wild-caught for fish. So they're eating the foods that they're designed to eat
in their natural environment.
In their natural environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we hear so much about that, and like every time I talk to you, I'm more and more inclined to be like making sure what the source is for my foods.
Know where your food comes from.
Absolutely.
Basically, organically grown. The pesticides, fertilizers drive those estrogens.
And those are called those xenoestrogens, right? Tell us a little bit about the xenoestrogens and how they affect us.
So, especially fertilizers, pesticides, that the fruits and vegetables that aren't organically grown are sprayed with pesticides, and those mimic estrogen in our body.
Okay.
So a lot of people, men included, are becoming estrogen dominant. Not because of the estrogens they're producing themselves, but all of these chemicals that we're taking in the environment.
I really like that you mentioned that men are also affected because breast cancer is just so largely correlated with women, and you find out that about less than 1% of breast cancer occurs in men as well.
Yeah.
But
they deal with the prostate cancers, which are also hormonally driven. Estrogen dominance plays a big role in that.
See that?
So
it's not just breast cancer.
So it's not just breast cancer.
And this is good for overall.
Yeah, for cancer in general. Yeah. So eating an organic diet. The more fruits and vegetables we eat, the more alkaline our bodies become. And then exercise. We need to move. the cancer cells live in a low oxygen environment, so exercising, we're breathing deeper, we're getting that good oxygen in, so it makes the environment
Maybe
in our
just
bodies.
want to breathe really deep right now.
Yeah, deep breathing exercises are great too. It makes the environment less hospitable to the cancer cells. Plus, it boosts our immune system.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good for, we're in cold and flu season now, COVID,
Yeah.
so it all kind of ties together. I was listening to a lecture from an oncologist in Orange County who actually is a breast cancer survivor herself. And she was saying that I didn't realize that it takes 10 years for a cancer cell to actually grow into a tumor. So that's a lot of time that we have to intervene.
Yeah, and since we don't know when that time limit,
Right.
that time started,
Right.
it's good to just
Right.
start today.
God forbid
Intervene.
someone gets that diagnosis.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we can do to help our bodies heal and recover from it. So it's very important for that as well.
So if I learned anything from Susan, from all of these videos and everything she's taught me, is number one is gut health is very important.
Gut health
Number
is
two,
huge.
eat the rainbow. That's like another
Right.
level. And the other thing I learned is you can't out supplement a bad diet.
Correct.
So we have to make sure that our diets are starting to change a little bit. I mean, we don't need to have overnight growth. I mean, it could be a little bit goes a long way.
Right.
Just baby steps.
And it doesn't have to be perfect to be effective.
That's really important to know too,
yeah.
because I think that's I know that's in my mentality. It's one of those, I
It's all
didn't
about
exercise
the
today.
yeah.
I can't exercise the whole week because I missed one day. You know what I'm saying?
like
Like that whole mentality.
I broke
goes
down
into
and had
stuff.
this piece of cake, so
And
I
that's
might as well
it.
eat
All
the whole
done.
thing. Right.
Right. I totally agree with that. So sugars, you said 50%?
50% of the average American diet's calories, daily caloric intake, comes from sugar and refined carbohydrates, which are refined flour products, basically.
Yeah, so it's hiding in places that we probably don't even realize it too. So refined flour products, meaning like wheat and other boxed goods or
pastas, cakes, cookies, baked goods, anything that's made from a flour. Even wheat flour tends to get the most bad rap, which wheat is a problem for a lot of people. But any grain that's processed into a flour is called refined, so it turns into sugar very quickly in our bodies, whether it has gluten in it or not. It turns into sugar very quickly, and the cancer cells feed on that.
They feed on it. Oh my God, amazing. So, is there anything else that you can talk to us about it?
Well, along the lines of the Eat from the Rainbow, if people aren't familiar with that, the fruits and vegetables, all the different colors in the fruits and vegetables all have different healing properties that have been studied a lot, and we'll go into that in another video.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of that can be taken as a supplement form. So if people aren't getting a lot of fruits and vegetables in their diet, it's good to supplement with those compounds for the healing benefit. But like the reds and the yellows and the purples and the greens all do different things,
which I think is really amazing, and I love that. And the fact that the other thing we talked about a little bit, and just one more little point before we let you guys go, is that you said that eating whole food is way better than obviously processed food. So the example she gave was about an apple.
right?
You pick the apple from the tree, that's the whole food.
Right.
Once it becomes applesauce, it's starting to get processed a little bit, and then once you get to apple pie or something,
apple
all of a sudden you got
roll-ups,
like all tons of sugar. So
apple juice. A lot of people think fruit juices are very healthy, and it's best to eat your fruit because your body needs that fiber.
Okay.
So when it like orange juice, for example, it takes 6 oranges to make a glass of orange juice. That's a lot of sugar. Even though it's a fruit, it's a lot of sugar.
What if you're juicing? Like if you have like your organic orange and you're juicing it, is that okay?
So if you're juicing, the majority should be from vegetables.
Okay.
So we say fruits and vegetables, but really should be at least twice as much, if not 3 times as much, vegetables as fruit because of the sugar in it. Fruit is very healthy and it has a lot of healthy benefits, but it is high in sugar. So, so vegetables are really the better thing to juice.
Okay, so I got another question. The sugars in fruits in the all natural form, how does your body recognize that versus your refined sugar? Is there a difference in how it manipulates it and how it shows on us?
The difference is the other nutrients that are in that. Our body processes sugar as sugar. So whether it's table sugar or honey, or sugar from fruit is fructose, so that's processed a little differently. It goes directly to our liver, and there's some controversy on that too much fructose is, we're getting a high fructose corn syrup now, and so fructose can be damaging. But if you're sticking to 2 to 3 servings of fruit a day in its whole form, you're getting all that fiber with it, you're getting the nutrients from the fruit.
You're getting just much more than the sugar is what you're trying to say, right? Okay,
right.
I got it. And one more question I have, which I've seen a lot of different waters out there.
Right.
Alkaline water. Tell me a little bit about that, because you did mention that if our bodies are highly acidic, then cancer cells tend to thrive on that. So a way to make your body alkaline, besides the fruits and vegetables, people have been drinking a lot of alkaline water. Does it play a role here, or?
It can. Minerals are really what helps alkalize our body.
Okay.
And we can go into osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is really when your body is very acidic, you're much more likely to get osteoporosis because the body's pulling minerals out of the bones to alkalize the body. But alkaline water, can have its role. It has inorganic minerals added to it to make it alkaline. It's really best to get our minerals from food. They're absorbed so much better.
Okay.
So drinking, filtered water, reverse osmosis is best to get rid of a lot of those chemicals. But getting our minerals from either a really good mineral supplement that is easily absorbed, or fruits and vegetables.
Okay, sounds good to me. All right, everybody, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. I hope Susan was able to educate all of us on amazing things that we can do for our bodies, and the role that fruits and vegetables and all this stuff really plays. News to me that environment causes like
90%.
90%. Yeah. It is a lot, and I'm glad that we're able to do something about it. That's what makes it so hopeful.
Right.
So,
and if anybody has any additional questions, this is very general topic, and everybody's different. Each of us are different. Even 2 women with breast cancer, they're 2 different diseases because of the differences in their bodies.
Absolutely. So everyone's gonna be on their own journey.
Right. So there's a lot more that, besides food and whatnot too. But anyone that's got any questions, we're happy to sit down with you. We do a complimentary 15-minute consultation. If you need more time than that, we can schedule that as well. So
absolutely.
That's available.
Yes, Susan's here at the Remedy Pharm. We're really proud to have her here with us. Do all the fun stuff, like, share, comment below. Let us know what you want to hear about. Definitely subscribe to our channel and all of our social media. We're here to help you guys out. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us, and we'll see you guys next time.